The Golden State Warriors are the 2002 season champions. The Golden State Warriors came a long way from 2019 when Kevin Durant suffered a calf strain in Game 5 versus Rockets, to then having Klay Thompson getting injured in Game 3 due to a hamstring injury in the 2019 NBA Finals. They were facing the Toronto Raptors with an unstoppable Kawhi Leonard, who previously knocked out the Philadelphia Sixers, who at the time had Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, and Tobias Harris as their three main guys, and then went on to defeat Giannis and the Bucks with the infamous wall defense, making it to the finals. The Golden State in 2019 were the favorites going into the series against Toronto, but once Klay went down, their chance instantly diminished. Golden State lost to the Raptors in Game 6. Kevin Durant at the time wanted to depart from the Golden State. I don't think no one knows the exact reason why Durant wanted to leave. It could be on how Draymond Green approached him after KD wanted the ball for the last possession. Maybe it could be his position on the team, not seeing eye to eye with Steve Kerr, or on how the world viewed him on being on the Warriors team that were well established before he arrived. It could be a mixture of all scenarios, but whatever it is that made him decide to separate from Golden State, it left them vulnerable. Hall of Fame superstar player like Durant was detrimental at the time, especially giving up key role players that got them in the finals. Process of Golden State turning everything around would happen sooner than most think. Before Kevin left, Golden State acquired Jordan Poole with the 28th pick of the draft, which we all see what Poole became as an NBA player. At the time, Klay was still injured. They traded Iguodala, waived Sean Livingston, who later retired. While all this is taking place, Golden State were making big changes to the organization. September 2019, the Warriors relocated and moved from the Oracle Arena to the Chase Center. Klay at this time would miss 2019-2020 season due to the ACL surgery, so a shot at the title that year would be difficult to accomplish. What made the situation worse is that Stephen Curry broke his hand only playing 5 games into the regular season. It just seems as if bad after bad chains of events were just following the Golden State Warriors. Once Stephen Curry got injured, the chances of winning the regular season game diminished, starting the season with a 4-16 start. That was their worst since 2000. The Warriors were planning what moves that would be beneficial to the team. They had D'Angelo Russell, but wasn't quite sure how he would fit with how they were constructed. So the Golden State made a great move towards the right direction, acquiring Andrew Wiggins for D'Angelo Russell, which strengthened them more defensively. D'Angelo Russell is a streaky point guard that can create for his teammates. But he didn't fit well in Golden State. They had enough firepower in the backcourt with Steph, Jordan Poole, and Damian Lee. They wanted to put it in a position where they really needed, the small forward position, the same position Iguodala played before he left. Iguodala was a big part of the Golden State winning their first championship with the Splash Brothers and Draymond. He won the Finals MVP that season. For some reason, Wiggins reminded me of Iggy back in 2015, playing both ends of the floor while guarding the opponent's toughest matchup. Even though they strengthened their team in the right areas, drafting James Wiseman and adding Wiggins to the roster didn't result in wins right away. The two top players were out due to injury. In 2021, Steph came back from injury and returned into the lineup. They were still out without Klay because of a torn Achilles, which sat him out for another season. They had to figure out how to get back to winning basketball with one half of the Splash Brothers out. And when you thought it couldn't get any worse, James Wiseman tore his meniscus April 2021. And just like that, their second pick center is out for the remainder of the season. It just seems that every time they took a step forward, they took 2 steps back. Draymond and the team were getting frustrated because they knew what they were capable of. It didn't happen overnight, but they made sure they competed, win or lose. Stephen put the team on his shoulders, averaging 32 points per game, 5.8 assists. They still finished out 8th in the West, losing in the play-in tournament against the Los Angeles Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. The next following season, which is 2002, they start showcasing signs of greatness, starting off the season with an 18-2 start. Jordan Poole and Damian Lee and other role players elevated their games. And while all this was taking place, Steph was making history, passing Ray Allen in 3-pointers made. Everything was going back to what they envisioned it before the injuries. When you thought things couldn't get any better, Clay comes back after being injured for 2 seasons, January 2002. They finished the regular season with a 53-29 record, third in the West. They had multiple offensive threats in Stephen, Wiggins, Clay, and Poole. Stephen averaged 25 points, Wiggins averaged 7.2, Clay averaged 20 points, and Poole averaged 18.5. The Warriors faced the Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. The Warriors eliminated the Nuggets in Game 5. In the round of the playoff, they played a tough Memphis team who had no fear of playing the former champions. Memphis Grizzlies put up a fight. The Warriors won the series in Game 6. All that Golden State went through, guys in and out of rotation. Here they are in the NBA Finals going up against the Boston Celtics, a juggernaut defensively with 2 stars in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and the Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart. This same Boston team took out the Brooklyn Nets with KD and Kyrie, Milwaukee Bucks team with Giannis. Although Middleton wasn't on the court because of injuries, they were still a powerhouse in the Miami Heat team that had Jimmy Butler that was firing on all cylinders. If Golden State wanted to be crowned as champions, they had to earn it. They did, but it wasn't easy, especially in the beginning of the series where they went down 1-2 in the series against the Boston. The Golden State somehow dug deep, turned everything around, and won 2 games back-to-back, going up ahead 3-2 in the series. The Warriors' Game 6 came out on a mission, capturing another title. Stephen won Finals MVP and added another chapter in his legacy. The Golden State had many doubters believing whether or not they would ever get a chance at a title. They proved a lot of people wrong, and I feel they are going to come out next season with the same mindset of proving they got what it takes.